I think it's time to get some actual continuous combat practice going on. Looks like we're gonna be doing our first dungeon that was comparable to like the one we sort of demoed in the intro, but way more extensive because that one had like 2 fights total and like 1 trap that I just mass disarmed. This time I don't even have a rogue in the party. But also same argument applies as before, that maybe it's a bad idea to do this before I have a full party, but who knows? It's hard to say what's balanced for what. But a dungeon where I can come and go as I please is less intimidating conceptually than like the enemy keep, where, as the guy said, I can alert the entire keep to my presence, supposedly. That's the fear, is that you screw up and now everyone's after you, like in Dishonored or Metal Gear and stuff like that, but except it's in a CRPG where you very much are balanced for a fixed amount of combat, and then suddenly you're boned. So, let's take a look-see real quick. Perception, how we doing? 10, 12, 12, not 9. Nobody is good at perception, which I believe is the stat that would notice traps. Our highest stat in the entire party is a 12. Oh boy, that's not a great sign. Stealth 0, 0, 2, 3. So Durance is kind of okay at stealth, but no one's great at stealth, and no one's great at perception. And I have a doggy. Hello. A will-o-wisp and a spooky ghost, I guess. Maybe he's just an NPC. He seems to not be targetable, interestingly. Everyone get at stealth and do a big ol' attack on that boy. Focus on it. Oh, he disappeared entirely. Okay. Unexpected. I just told you to attack that guy. What's your deal? Eder misses Jessica. Oh god. Oh, Eder's confused, so every couple seconds it'll do a random check of what he's gonna do. He tried to attack Jaskier, but missed. So that's good. But yeah, he's currently in traitor mode. Seems like these are pretty clean, easy fights where I don't need to really have to use any skills. Eder, would you like to join the fight now that you're done being confused? Oh, we already killed him. I'm like, why can't I pick him? More will-o-wisp goops. This parchment is worn and tattered, and the ink upon it faded. Oop. In this time of hardship, we must have just as much faith in ourselves. Ooh. What was that? Ooh, Adra. Cool. That's good. That's good to have. That's the type of resource I was about to use up, and now I got a lot more of it.
Keeping an eye out.
Figure it makes sense to quick save after each fight, in case I get blown to shit. Look at the whittle spooters. Probably not a big deal. Everybody kill them. You do an AoE on dudes. This is the one I was reading, but yeah. A little bit of AoE never hurt anybody. Well, you know, except the targets of said AoE. Alright. Little clean. Uh-oh. That's a new encounter though, so your stuff's back? Yeah.
I'm stuck.
Uh-oh. Got stuck in a spooter web. Uh-oh, Eder's taking damage. Blow them to hell. There we go. Everybody kill. Weapon ineffective. Oh. So Eder is currently using slash damage. Yeah. I wish you could have an alternate weapon set that still uses the same shield but a different weapon. But these aren't like references to items. These are, you literally put the item in the slot, and then it only exists in that slot. so you can't switch them out. So I'd have to have a second large shield if I wanted to change his main weapon but keep his off weapon, basically. I was thinking of having him use a rapier and a shield. Still might. Alright, we're in combat. I can't change his gear right now. There we go. All done with combat now. Still in combat. There we go. I'm like, this combat's clearly done, game. We can move on. No. Never. I don't see Eder ever using a shield. I mean a bow. He's the tank character. If anyone's gonna switch to ranged weapons, it's probably not gonna be him. Also, there's a better bow here, I guess, but I'm saving it for a character who probably would actually use it. Ooh, a larder. Right, the larder door we got. What in the world? A larder door and a large shield. This was his big thing of like, check out. Oh, it's better, isn't it? 16 deflection, -8 accuracy, same as before. Grants bash. Shit, it's an upgrade. Means I can have a big shield in my second set also. That's hard to take seriously. We definitely had to be like, oh no, what have we done? When we re-equip this guy and he's like, cool bro, thanks for your help, here's your reward, a door. And you're like, what? When I heard that he gave me a door, I thought it was an upgrade for my like keep or whatever later on in the game. Like, yeah, here's a cosmetic item for your base, isn't that fun? This shield appears to have once quite literally comprised the front door of a larder. It still has the pull ring and metal crossbands reinforcing its surface, giving it considerable heft when swung at an opponent. Despite its humble origins, the nicks and gouges on the shield's surface suggest that it has seen more than a few battles in its time and proved a sturdy defense, though it leaves the harrowing prospect that there may be a larder somewhere lying undefended. Enchantment? Ah. The only enchantments I know for shields are quality, which means I can still do that once I have the money while still maintaining the bashing, which is a different category. But I can probably learn that at some point too. So what is bashing to? 8 to 12 crush damage, accuracy versus deflection, speed average, interrupt, blah blah blah. How much? So how is it just in here somewhere? Knockdown, second wind. Second chance once per rest. I don't understand. I understand that it does damage. When does it happen? It grants bash. Normally when somebody says that a shield grants bash, maybe I have to let time unpause for a bit and walk around a little bit. And then switch to another character and back to him, and then it's here. Haha, no it's not. Yeah, normally when a game says that it grants a skill, it means that the skill would be here on my list of things I can do, and it's not. So is it a passive trigger? Is it a random chance of happening?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be overtly dense. It's just the descriptions of how certain things work don't seem clear to me in a way that they usually are clear in a game. The pile of furniture is branded with scorch marks. A wooden box and a letter home. Mother, I have asked Brother Edric to carry this letter to you, for he travels to New Haelmar the come morning. With him goes what coin I have, and I hope it will ease the surprise of an unexpected homecoming, for I mean to follow in a few days' time. Our village is much changed, and though I do not wish for you to worry, I do not feel it is safe to remain. I know Rectrix Obrica will not approve, but the letter trails off here. That was supposed to be the money that would ease a homecoming. I assume it's because this place is going to shit, so they were leaving here. Whoever sat here left in a hurry. Ink has dripped across the scroll, obscuring its contents. Yep. So they were down here, and they were writing about how they were planning on leaving. And that's going to be the money, and then it all went to shit, probably when they took out this whole place. This door is definitely fake. And definitely opens if I do something. You can really, really tell. There's some Hanna-Barbera effect going on. There's the... It appears to be a 3D model that stands out from everything else. It's a higher resolution with more standouty reflections everywhere of the little particles compared to this guy here. It doesn't have the... whatever you call this again? The molding? Is that what it's called? It doesn't have the framing that you would normally have. It just goes straight into the ground. There's totally something I can do to open that up. But I have to have a high perception that I don't have at the moment, as it turns out. Unless I take this. That's accuracy, not perception. Do I have a perception of food? One of those strange... Hey! Eat your vegetables, everybody. Who has the highest perception, actually? Not you, right? Twelve. Mm-hmm. Adair's the perception boy. So let's give it to Adair. He's my highest chance of success right now.
Hey.
Click on you. Eat your vegetables, boy. Isn't this fun? Now he's got 13 perception. Notice things. Notice things. Notice things. He's not noticing things. It might be in the other room. Dexterity. Constitution. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so lucky. I gave it a go. Well, I guess Edo just gets to have some vegetables. Isn't that nice? Isn't that wholesome?
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Hello, spider.
Brave.
Get him! I forgot to switch Edo's weapon. And we know that Edo's weapon's currently ineffective. It's just one guy, though, so it's not really worth switching right now.
Not to alarm you, but I'm slowly dying of poison.
Oh, good. He's slowly dying of poison. Sounds like it's gone, though. I don't see it mentioned anymore. Must be gone.
I shall be discreet.
Oh yes, I will take camping supplies. And Initiate's note. This parchment is relatively intact, but the ink upon it has faded. You can make out a few patches of careful, tidy script. Visitors to the ritual floor, Rectrix Obrica says, redemption for even these forgot and struck the largest bell first rather than second. The rest is legible. Forgot and struck the largest bell first rather than second. So strike the largest bell second is the correct answer. Wherever bells may be in here, which they probably are.
And what does the flame reveal?
I'm curious how Eothas interprets this formation as being correct, but okay. He seems really off point. Okay. You switch to... Yeah, he switched already? Cool. Let's have him switch to the thing that is effective against these guys, because that's clearly an issue.
Let's go.
Get him, get him. There we go. And I upgraded this, right? Yeah, now it gives allies accuracy, which is good. Might help right about now, actually. Are you coming straight for... Yeah, you are. No. Get away. Eder killed Spiderling. Good. Oh, that knockback is not as effective as I'd hope. Oh, because the Grimoire Slam grazed, so it wasn't very good. Yeah. Did some damage, but not as much as you'd hope. Alright. We need to refocus on this guy while Eder holds this dude, because frankly, Eothas is just in more danger. In fact, Eder should probably break target. We should probably just disengage and allow that to happen. Because this guy is actually in deep shit. He is going to die. That's not good. Oh, I should have used Wizard's Double the moment I did that. That was my mistake. Maybe Eder can knock it on its ass, which would really undo the whole threat. I mean, it's about to die, so it's probably overkill to blast it in the face with lightning right now. You don't even have second wind technically, do you? There we go. I figured he'd probably die first, regardless. Oh, are you also dead? You're also dead. No use for lightning this time. Yep, gotta watch out for those flankers. Nasty, nasty. All healed up, though. Kind of. Minus the actual healing. Ooh, what's that? Let's finish exploring this room first. And spiders. Get 'em! Maybe split off on who gets who, though, so that the, we don't want them going after my healers again if I can avoid it. Wow, they go down quickly. Not gonna lie, I'm waiting for like a slightly long fight. Or a bit of voiced dialogue so I can drink coffee. So now I'm just kind of finding an opening for it here and there. The red-brown smears flake away under the toe of your boot.
Right.
Blood, so it's yeah, it's dried blood. The nearby crystals light the cracked mosaic floor in shades of orange. And at certain angles, the metallic symbol beneath your feet gleams gold. As you look on, the air shimmers, as if with summer heat. The very dust and air seems to pull together until a thin, glowing mist appears before you. In its rippling gleam, you sometimes think you can see the shape of a man, features rendered in broad strokes of air and smoke. Who are you? Your voice sparks movement. The spirit surges with a sudden, blazing light, and in the next moment you are somewhere else, your mind assailed with a sudden wave of fear and noise. So this is the same figure we saw with the will-o-wisps earlier. You are in the chapter hall. Priests and faithful have gathered in a great crowd, spilling into the hall. Bodies press against you, surging forward to listen. Your own grief is mirrored in the faces around you. Some of the initiates are weeping. Someone has snuffed the candles, and the room is dark save for the podium, lit from behind. Two people stand before it, lit in silhouette. A man is shouting, voice so ragged with fear you cannot understand what he says, but the rectrix stands calm, unmoved. Her strength will see you all through these dark times. You feel that hope, like a spark, behind your ribs. Somewhere behind you, someone begins to sing. The spirit tears itself from you with sudden, dizzying force, and you find yourself back before the ruined altar, swaying. The spirit fades as suddenly as it appeared. Well. The face of the statue has had most of its features struck off, along with portions of its hands. This place had a history. Until something very abruptly went off and wrong. People saw it coming. This wall also has the weird suggestion of an opening. I don't know. Maybe it's just part of the tile set. Like it's a repeating tile set of a wall, and that's where the door could be if they wanted it to be, but that one, but it's not. They didn't put one there. That might be all it is when I see openings like that. Just a pragmatic development technique, as opposed to a hint. There's more Scholders here. Come and get me. Yeah, this will be a serious. This might be a serious fight. Ooh, some slash damage. Get you a little closer if I can. Knock this guy in his ass. Uh-oh. He's kind of wandering past, isn't he? Alright, so while Scholders do look like some kind of vampire, they appear to be a wilder and not a vessel. Vessel being what I associate with being this game's version of undead, which is what a vampire would be, but maybe they're just werebats more so than vampires. Anyway, a little damage has been taken across the board, and now we have a character wandering off. This character doesn't seem to have a dedicated attacker. Let's have you switch to this guy because he's running off, and that's a problem. Adair can hold his own for a moment. There we go. Yaskio took out the whelp. We can all focus this guy now, who's also about to die. So we're doing well. God damn. I think that 10 accuracy is really helping with crits, or just making sure we're getting our hits in. It feels like that really does lead to some outputs there. And of course I've got my buffs that are just passively happening. It's important to remember the buffs of the blah 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 of the chanter, because otherwise it can kind of feel like he's not doing much, but he's doing a lot. Got a multi-target here. Don't you dare go running. Oh, he's flanking. Nasty little boy. AoE. You knock him on his ass. And they're both dead. Wow. Got this down to a science, huh? More ears for the collection. Gross. More books for the collection. Monsters of the Deadfire Archipelago. Spoilers. Oh, another copy of the same book. Stash, I guess. Ooh, a fine sword. Slashing and piercing. Let's see here. The issue here is you're already using a saber for slash. I guess I could replace the saber. Yeah, fine means more accuracy and more damage, which is probably an improvement. Also slash pierce, so it's more specialized. I don't know. Not always one. Oh, keep that around. That's a clue. Deadfire Archipelago. Take a look at what a Scholder is. Scholders are large mammalian creatures that dwell in caves in total or near total darkness. As a result, they have poor vision and rely on their sense of hearing to navigate and find prey. The protrusions and hairs on their ears allow them to detect airflow, which is key to telling direction in an underground environment. They communicate through screeches and clicks, and use these vocalizations in a form of echolocation. They are communal creatures and will nest and raise young together. It seems like they're humanoid, potentially intelligent, they coordinate, they're social, all the other stuff. And, yeah. They're definitely bat-oriented. They seem to have 4 eyes. Scholder, whelp. Okay, these are just categories of stats. Yep. This is just the same description again. So ultimately, this is just the actual, like, monster sheets. Which I guess that's the thing where if you beat enough of them, it fills out the page and tells you their stats. Which we were seeing when I was killing the wolves. I was noticing that it was telling me my progress there. So we encountered some willow-wisp. Yeah, same description. I like the art. In the cities of the Deerwood, willow-wisps hold an almost mythological status, and feature in several old wives' tales. One of the most popular of these suggests that willow-wisps are the souls of lost children wandering toward their next lives. In rural areas, those who come into regular contact with willow-wisps regard these stories with some amusement. Wisps are known to inhabit abandoned ruins and other such forgotten places. They are thought of as curious creatures, for they will sometimes follow travelers for short distances. While typically peaceful, wisps are notoriously aggressive if provoked and will viciously defend their territories if they perceive these to be under threat. As a result, wisps are often described as the weeds of the spirit world, small, quick to regenerate, and nearly unstoppable in large numbers. There we go. To His Grace, I write to implore. The rest of this letter is crossed out in several places, and then blip, and then abandoned altogether. I wonder if I can make those tooltips last longer, because they go away too fast. And it's just kind of annoying. Sometimes I just go straight to this page and just start reading it from here without even looking at the pop-up, because the pop-up will disappear, and I'm just ready for that to happen. But yeah, I'll try to keep up with the bestiary more as we go forward. Just makes sense. And if I try to read them while we're in said dungeon, then I can have better timely context. Wow, they just went down. Yeah, Yaskier's hitting for 17 slash damage, which is interrupting and killing. God damn. They're just dying so quickly, that's a surprise.
Right. I'll see what I can find.
Vermin have scoured these plates, though mold still grows in green-black clumps across the table.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
These collapsed stones are pocked with burrows and narrow crevices, claw marks and dung marks the passage of beasts. I still stealth because on some level it just lets me at least be prepared for the fight that I'm walking into on some level, or...
See now what the flame has shown us?
Durance has discovered something. Oops. Poison dart trap. We got it though. Didn't react in time. Bonus defense when disengaging. Neat. Garnet, turquoise, regeneration. We should give that to one of my characters that is likely to be attacked directly, like you. Although you have all these too. Flop it on you. Somebody who might get attacked directly and need that kind of reaction. Save these for my any rogue type character I get. You're the one that has the blue potions, which I'm totally kind of forgetting about from moment to moment. Don't tell anyone. Ooh, good thing I just saved. Alright, everybody. I think this is where we start spending resources. Okay. Let's increase our accuracy. Oopsie. Increase our accuracy. No, stand still. Shit. Undo the order. How do I undo the order? No AI script selected. Right click for details. I should probably be doing that more. So AI is turned on, but oh, they don't have any AI actually being used. I didn't mean to tell him to walk, but I don't think I can tell him to stop walking now. I can just tell him to walk less, essentially. All right, so do your AOE. Can I blind these guys? They're bats. I don't know. I can at least try to increase the damage they receive. And you can knock him on his ass while entering multi-target mode. And one of them's already dead. Alright. Huh. I figured they're full-grown Scholder, we might be in trouble, so I should engage. These guys are both not even targeting. Oh god. Okay. You need to help out with this guy. You should both target this guy. You should knock him back. He's getting on your shit right now. Alright, now Durance is under attack. Like, these two are engaged. I take it that Eder has been Eder's been interrupted. But did Jaskier interrupt this other guy? So this guy's targeting you, this guy's targeting you. This guy doesn't seem to be targeting anybody. I believe means Eothas can actually back off. Yeah, and now he can't escape Jaskier unless he wants to disengage and give me an advantage there, which is good. This guy just died. That's good too. Time for a little bit of Cone of Lightning. Won't that be fun? Did it happen? Thunder rolled like waves of black seas. So now, raw damage. And he's stunned. Meaning he's very vulnerable at the moment, so that's good. The party's relatively healthy. Eder is holding his own just fine, seemingly. And he has not used second chance while I wasn't looking or anything like that, so he's fine. Let's knock this guy over. Yeah, we're good. Hello.
Right.
A haze fills the air, coalescing steadily into a blur of dust and mist. It gathers into the outline of what appears to be a dwarf. A shimmering echo that fades in and out of sight. But stronger than sight is the sense, within you, of a powerful energy. It roils and seethes with a grief that seems to spill into your own thoughts, tainting them until the sorrow is your own. Like a crashing wave, the energy surges towards you and into you, and suddenly you are elsewhere. Before you is a brightly lit stone corridor, lined with torches and gleaming crystals. You're running, your footsteps echoing off stone around you. You forgot to tie your sandals, and they're slipping from your feet, fouling your steps. You're late, again. The rite's going to begin without you. You hear the tolling of a bell, and your spirits lift as you recognize the familiar, warped tone of the right hand, representing the first of the dawn stars to appear in the night sky, and last to fade in the dawning light. You pray fiercely that this is the first of the chimes, and not the last. The lights fade, as does the memory, and when your eyes clear, the spirit is gone. Buried secrets. A powerful odor of spices rises from one of these dishes. Vibrant dyes and grain seeds fill the other. It's a dead end, right? Yeah. Worth a look, though. This pool of water looks so pristine. Is this what the ceiling looks like or something? There's like a weird design in here that doesn't seem to match anything in the room that I would assume is a reflection. It's interesting to think to stuff like, oh yeah, I don't know what the ceiling looks like in this area because we're just happening to play a game where you can't really look up necessarily.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to
Have we cleared the floor or is there one last fight? Ah, the bell puzzle. We've heard about you. Yeah. There's nothing else in this room, so let's ignore this for now. Haul ass over here. And when I'm up here, well, this might be another clue about the bell puzzle. Because all we know is that the big is second. I'll double check the note when it's time. Might as well give it a go.
In no time. The work of a moment.
Hey, we did it. And it's all it's got in it is a regular saber. Alright. Well, might be able to sell that, I suppose. Oh, hey. I didn't go over here, I guess. It's 1 copper. Cool. I think I've looked everywhere. So that means we're likely missing something. Maybe due to a lack of perception. We've been on both sides of that room now. I can't click on this for some reason. Yeah, we've read that before, though. Yep, I'm not seeing any additional clues. Forgotten struck the largest bell first rather than second. So largest bell is second. But we don't know about the rest of it necessarily. But can I only click on the largest bell? Oh, it's an interaction like this. Gotcha. 3 bells hang from the stone protrusion that runs along this wall. Years of dust and grime coat the metal. There is 1 large bell to the center, flanked by 2 smaller ones. The bells appear to be fully intact. They're made of a thick iron and look very heavy. There doesn't appear to be much out of the ordinary about them. left. The bell tolls a high, piercing note of startling power. The tone echoes merrily through the halls until it seems that a dozen chirping notes ring through the temple. Middle. You heave at the bell, and it swings back in the other direction. The clapper strikes a low, powerful note against the heavy iron. You feel the ringing in your chest as the sound moves through the ruined hall in a rolling tide. Then right. The bell sounds a strange, warbling peal that grows to a painful shrillness before it diminishes into a mournful chime. Whoa. I just thought I'd try middle again. The deep resonating peal echoes through the ruins. A strange hush falls upon the room, muting the sound of the bells and the eternal drip of the damp stone alike. And then a sudden dissonant toll sounds from the bells, so loud and piercing that you are compelled to cover your ears. I thought I'd just try, okay, left to right didn't work. Let's try right to left. No, that didn't work either. Hit the middle one again? Maybe? Or something? Did I do right to left? I don't remember what... I actually think I lost track of what order I did. Now. Shit. And then at last, silence once more. That wasn't the solution anyway. That's gonna be very hard to open. And yet, that's the entire area, right? Did I lose a note that was a clue? Ah, crap. What if one of the memories referenced? Not yet, not you. It's Fulvano. That's a hide, not a person. Right, I already read that one. Let's see. Buried secrets. I crawl in the ocean right involving the ringing of bells. The first and last of these tolls apparently is that of the right hand, which has distinctive warped tone to it. Okay. And I think we have a solution. Right, middle, left, right. There's a quiet melodic chime from all three bells before their discordant voices meet in one powerful rising rush of sound. It seems to fill the whole of the temple, a driving flood of song that drowns all other thought. As the tolling fades, you hear a creak from the direction of the doors as the passage to the lower level swings open. There we go. I must have lost track of what moments where that clue was mentioned. It might have been one of the visions, or it might even just be a quest update of like a thing your character recalls. I don't know. Not sure where I lost track of the right hand element of that. I should be in stealth.
Flame and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Stairs. Floor conquered. Chair squeaky.
You know, it's strange looking back. All the time I spent here growing up. Never seeing what was coming.
He's getting nostalgic and sad about a history where they just continued forward, not really anticipating the kind of shit they were gonna get into. What the fuck? That's probably not good. Well, everybody get busy. We're gonna fight a scary new thing. A shadow spirit. Immune to disease, ground, hobbled, poison, sickened, and stuck. Maybe immune to physical attacks? I hope not. I can beat up a will-o-wisp pretty well. So maybe it's not that big of a deal. Beat him up, beat him up, beat him up. I may want to rest soon. Adair can take a lot of hits, but it's slowly wearing him down. And that may not be ideal.
Flame and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Which door do I try? This one's closer to the boundary of the area. Probably easier to explore this direction first. As far as directions to keep track of go. Oh, hello. 2 of them this time.
Braved.
Get that radiance out early. Oops, didn't click on it. There you go. Now attack. I keep forgetting. I really need to look into this whole AI subroutine thing. Yeah, AI subroutine is just not even close to the right words. He's dead. Hey there, what's up with that? Oh. Oh! Get out of the fire, it's bad for you. Shit.
I'll see what I can do. The work of a moment.
Our poor lack of observation ability. A fine greatsword. We've already got one of those, though. Ooh. A scroll of restore. And a ring of minor deflection. How about we investigate? +5 deflection. Are you even wearing... You're not wearing a ring yet at all. This'll make his durableness all the more durable. Yeah, we're decking him out. The scroll of minor restore. Friendly AoE at a range of 5. A little bit of heal. It's not really that effective of a thing, but it's there. Why not? Okay, yeah, Edo's in flashing bad zone. I should really have a nice little rest. But before we do that, I'm going to pause the game, and I'm going to look into seeing how I can program these characters. Edo's probably the easiest one, so let's try his first. Class behavior. Aggressive or hold ground. The fighter uses vigorous defense when engaged with more than 2 opponents, uses unbending when below 50% endurance, if per rest is enabled. Defender is enabled by default, and if disabled will be re-enabled at the start of the next combat. Or aggressive. Use knockdown and discipline barrage at the first opportunities. Clear out will automatically be used whenever the fighter has 3 enemies in range. I don't even have these abilities yet. It's just knockdown and defender. I like the idea of vigorous defense being auto-enabled when it's applicable. Would be handy. Use per rest abilities. Let's say no. So we have passive. Will not move to attack automatically. Defend self. Will not move to attack unless they are engaged with an enemy. If that enemy is defeated, they will seek out new enemies to attack. Defensive. Character will actively seek out nearby enemies for combat, regardless of whether or not they are being directly attacked. And the character will actively seek out enemies for combat, regardless of whether or not they are being directly attacked. Nearby enemies. All enemies. I'm mean, I want everybody to be attacking people. So shouldn't I just do this? I think so. We'll see. If it starts getting in my way, I could think about not doing it. Because, yeah, I get that, yeah. Like this one is, they won't engage until they're being attacked directly, which, like, if you are setting up a defensive line in the front, you probably don't want them to be running around, even though it does make sense to have them be attacking dudes. So is that all there is to these? Okay, so there's a few different options, but it's not quite as cool as the Dragon Age Origins system, where you could program all these really specific actions, like, oh, if 3 allies are grouped together, then use this action, or if somebody's low on health, use this action, or if 3 enemies are together, use this AoE on them, and stuff like that, which was really cool tricks to optimize your AI when you have so many people to control. I have gone distressingly far into the series without even setting my guys to auto attack, so this will be nice. I've been manually... I set it to pause every time any enemy dies because I've been annoyingly, like... I saw this enabled and thought, okay, so their AI is turned on. So I didn't realize, oh, but they don't have anything selected, so basically their AI is not turned on. It was a lie. Because, yeah, when their targets would die, Eothas and Durance in particular would just stand there. I'm like, that makes the fight way more dangerous if nobody's helping. Alright. Aggressive. Chanter emphasizes offense-oriented invocations. Yeah. If these are not available, summons are prioritized over support invocations. Or summoner. Prioritize summons like... yeah, the summons. And they do support over aggressive. Then you have support, where they will then do support over summons. Nah, he's my main character. I think I'm happy, and I made him uncomplicated, so I'm more than happy just to use his... I'm more than happy to use his skills manually when they finally charge up. I just want to make sure that these people are attacking. That's the main thing. Let's set up the part where they choose targets, hopefully. So here I can automate his use of Arcane Assault, which is kind of neat. And if I don't click on per rest, he won't actually delve into these things, so I don't have to worry about him immediately draining them all. This one's Arcane Assault. What is that? What this is? Yeah, Arcane Assault. Otherwise, crowd control. So this is only if he has per rest enabled. Otherwise, crowd control doesn't even do anything. Arcane Veil or Grimoire Slam as soon as they're engaged in melee. Yeah. So defensive just means that he'll be prepared to do that kind of stuff to help himself. But, Grimoire Slam's not amazing. The knockback immediately results in them just running. They just close the gap instantly. But that was a graze the one time I actually saw it, so maybe not. Anyway, let's just enable damage and aggressive. And I'll tweak these as we go when I find out that it's a bad idea or whatever. Uses interdiction as soon as combat begins. Do I have interdiction? No. All I have is Holy Radiance. Oh, I want you on aggressive. So interdiction is the aggressive thing he'll use. Support, he uses Holy Radiance whenever somebody in the party is below 33% endurance. Or if 2 or more people are below 50% endurance. That's handy. Then healing. Healing and revival versus a bunch of other skills. So these are functionally identical when I have per rest disabled. That's good. If I'm not... there's a good chance I've used it already by that point, but if I have not used Holy Radiance, I don't mind him automatically using it to AoE heal 1 or 2 people that are in danger. There we go. So we'll just see how much that ultimately helps me out when I have those enabled. Let's rest. Well, I either rest here or I just go back to the surface. Oopsie.
Yeah.
I don't know of any reason
Must gather your party before venturing forth.
before venturing forth. I don't know. I saved first. We're probably fine. There's some loading screens involved, but as far as I'm aware, I might as well just walk all the way back to the entrance and rest. And just rest at the inn, which I believe is free in this town. It was last time. It probably still is. We'll see. Maybe if you rest for 8 hours, all the enemies respawn or something in the dungeon. Don't know where they're coming from. I guess some of them are spirits. So that makes more sense.
Hail, traveler.
You can ask him how to open the door puzzle, but we've already done that. This place is overrun. So I've discovered. The temple has been sealed up for years. They must have tunneled in after the, well, food stores. Shouldn't be anything worse than some vermin, though. There's far worse than spiders. Oh. Wharton blinks slowly, brows furrowing with worry. Then, well, I'm in the same spot, friend. I can only beg for your help.
Gods keep you.
So long as it's done before Radric sends someone down here, we'll never get at the remains after that. Might not get anywhere for that matter. So I don't know. I don't know if there's genuine time limits or not. They're like, you better take care of Radric before his reinforcements arrive, and then here they're like, you better take care of this place before Radric sends someone down here. There's a lot of references to time limits, just like how when I first came in here, they're like, we should get out of here. I'm gonna be the next person to be executed. But I'm trying to ignore those kinds of references to time limits because that's what led me down the bad path the first time I played this game. I'm trying not to think about that, but the game literally has a day-night cycle where it changes what day it is and stuff like that, so like maybe there is a time limit built into the narrative that I don't even know about, but I'm not sure.
Gods keep you.
I could use some reliable help. Do you know of anyone looking for work? Oh, well, I wouldn't say I can speak from experience, but we do have certain sorts come look for work from time to time. If you want to hire someone on, I'd be happy to send them your way. Let's see what I have to work with. I just wanted to do the dialogue that leads to this screen, but that's all that is. Looks like you can recruit people that are... Do they have to be one level lower than me? Because I'm level 4. It might just be that that's... No, my whole party's level 4 now, so it's not even that... Yeah. Maybe they do just have to be one level below you, or there's some other requirement that lets them open up. But yeah, 250, 500, 750. It gets expensive relatively quickly to hire these people, but you can just create your own heroes. I would like to rest, though. And maybe a little bit of perception will help me with this dungeon situation. Maybe that's worth it. Or Adair. He's in trouble.
Yeah.
There we go. All rested up. It might be that the time passing is mostly just to set up that, hey, there's a nice little day-night cycle that makes this world feel authentic. And that might be the entirety of it. And there might be little mechanics here and there where somebody might show up 8 hours later or something. You gotta wait for certain events to happen, maybe. Like, do this quest, then they're like, come back tomorrow, might happen. But maybe there aren't any larger narrative hooks for it. I don't know. Definitely part of me worries, like, if I travel to 3 different locations on the map and it's been 24 hours, have I now failed to get to Radric's keep before his reinforcements arrive? And those kinds of worries. Get your asses down there. Alright. I admit I was not very cautious. I wasn't actually watching them. But looks like they got through without aggroing anybody, so maybe no one respawned. That's good.
I shall be discreet.
Get our ass to this door. There we go. There's a few of them here.
Let's go.
brave.
So did he just use the... No, he didn't. Wasn't sure if he would just go straight to using Arcane Assault. Oh god, the Dementors are just flocking in now. Alright. We need to deal with the fact that they're on Eothas right now. Bash him in the face. Bash him in his dumb face. Ed there is currently... Ed is interrupted, so it doesn't matter who he's targeting. I can't look at it right now. But Eothas is being directly attacked, and I want to fix that as fast as I can. This guy's about to go down. I want to use this to maximum effect if I can. It is not a very long-range ability. Alright. Did he just die the moment I was about to AoE them? Of course he did. I'm about to get this guy in the face then. Hee. Nice little bit of stun. Lets us fully focus on the guy on Eothas finally, but way too late. Wait, he's dead? Oh, I thought he was dead. I somehow thought he just died, so I gotta disengage on Eothas. That was just a mistake. Wow, they don't like my spellcaster very much. Okay. Not the most graceful first fight, I would say.
And what does the flame reveal?
A very large continuous chamber.
Keeping an eye out.
I want to fully clear it before I try to deal with any exploration and traps and so on. Oh my god, it's a very large room. Okay. Let's not go so far then. Get back here, take a look around here, see what stuff I can find in the surroundings before I go further. This room by room process doesn't work as well when the room is most of the floor. Any boxes? Any nonsense? Not much going on. No, we're pretty much in the clear. Alright, good to go.